The room was filled with old books, toys, and forgotten memories. Suddenly, the heavy wooden door slammed shut behind them. Emma and Hani froze in shock. On a beautiful evening, a grand mansion sparkled with thousands of golden lights. Colorful balloons danced in the air, music filled the halls, and laughter echoed through every room. Tonight was a very special night. It was Sophie's birthday. Among the guests were Emma and Hani, two best friends who were excited to celebrate with Sophie. Emma wore a beautiful princess dress, while Hani looked smart in his elegant party suit. They couldn't wait to join the festivities. Friends and family arrived from everywhere to celebrate. Children ran through the gardens, enjoying games, delicious treats, and magical decorations. Everyone was smiling and having fun. As the celebration continued, Emma suddenly noticed something unusual. At the edge of the crowd stood a quiet young boy. Unlike everyone else, he wasn't laughing, dancing, or playing. He simply stood alone, watching from a distance. Curious about the lonely boy, Emma pointed him out to Hani. Before they could approach him, the boy quietly turned away and disappeared toward the upper floor of the mansion. Something about him seemed mysterious, and Emma couldn't stop thinking about it. Unable to ignore their curiosity, Emma and Hani decided to follow him. Leaving the bright birthday party behind, they quietly climbed the grand staircase, unaware that they were about to uncover a secret hidden within the mansion. At the end of a long hallway, they discovered an old wooden door slightly open. Moonlight spilled through the crack. Taking a deep breath, they stepped inside. The room was filled with old books, toys, and forgotten memories. Suddenly, the heavy wooden door slammed shut behind them. Emma and Hani froze in shock. Then, from the shadows, the mysterious boy slowly appeared. He didn't look dangerous or angry. Instead, his eyes revealed sadness, loneliness, and a story waiting to be told. Just as Emma and Hani tried to speak with him, the boy disappeared again. Determined to understand what was happening, they continued searching through the mansion's silent hallways. The mysterious boy quietly stood at the entrance of a hidden room. This time, he didn't run away. Instead, he gently invited Emma and Hani to follow him. They exchanged nervous glances before taking a deep breath and stepping inside. Inside the secret room, everything was different. Old toys, colorful drawings, books, and family memories filled every corner. The boy shyly showed them his drawings, hoping someone would finally understand him. Emma smiled warmly as she looked through the drawings. Hani realized that every picture told the same story: a lonely child wishing for a friend. Their fear slowly disappeared and was replaced with kindness. Just then, the hidden door slowly opened. Sophie arrived with Emma and Hani's parents. Everyone had finally found the children, but they were surprised to see the mysterious boy sitting quietly inside the room. Sophie stepped forward and gently began explaining everything. She told them that the boy wasn't hiding because he was dangerous. He was simply afraid of people after losing his family. Emma and Hani listened carefully as Sophie shared the boy's story. Every word made them understand him a little more. The room grew silent as everyone realized how much sadness he had been carrying. Months earlier, at a crowded railway station, Sophie had found the little boy crying all alone. Hundreds of people walked past him, but no one stopped to help. Sophie and her parents searched everywhere for his family. They spoke with station staff, security officers, and police. But despite all their efforts, they couldn't find his parents. Until his family could be found, Sophie and her parents welcomed him into their home. Slowly, he began to feel safe again, but the fear of large crowds never completely disappeared. As Sophie's story came to an end, Emma and Hani finally understood everything. The boy had never wanted to scare anyone. Deep inside, he had simply been searching for friendship. Smiling gently, Sophie held the boy's hand and led everyone back downstairs. The birthday party became brighter than ever. Laughter filled the hall as the children welcomed their new friend with open hearts. For the first time in a long time, he truly felt accepted. Together, the children laughed, played, and celebrated. The lonely boy who had once hidden in silence was now surrounded by kindness, friendship, and joy. As the birthday candles glowed softly, the boy looked around at everyone smiling beside him. A warm feeling filled his heart. He finally knew what it felt like to belong. Not for toys or presents ... but for true friends who would never leave him alone again. Not for toys or presents ... but for true friends who would never leave him alone again. As the celebration came to an end, the beautiful mansion glowed beneath the starry night sky. A lonely child had found friendship, help, and a place where he truly belonged. Sometimes the greatest gift isn't wrapped in a box ... It's finding people who accept you, care for you, and make you feel at home. And from that day on, none of them were ever alone again.